Hello everybody, this is Joe. I'm doing another deck list again. This is like one of my fun decks that I built. This is my Sacred Beast deck. I'll try ages ago I used to have a Sacred Beast deck, or I tried to make a Sacred Beast deck using fire monsters and stuff like that because of their continuous traps. But it didn't work. So after a long while I tried it again, and this one actually I think works. So yeah, this is so I'm posting it up. I do have 2 copies of each Sacred Beast, but you'll see what I have in the deck, and I'll explain why after the video. Going through monsters, spells, then traps. So here it goes. 2 copies of Raviel, obviously. 1 Uriah and 1 Hamon. Then we have 2 Phantom Sky Blasters, obviously. 2 Evil Hero Infernal Gainers. 2 Ranged Gatekeeper of Dark World. 2 Zura Knight of Dark World. 1 Sylvia Warlord of Dark World, and 1 Sangan. I'll explain the monsters and some other stuff at the end. Moving on to spells, we have 3 card traders. Obviously most of these are for Hamon. Level Limit Area B, one of those. 1 The Dark Door. 1 Spell Absorption. 1 Convulsion of Nature, like this card. Mystical Space Typhoon. 2 Monster Reincarnations, I'll explain those at the end. 1 Allure of Darkness. 1 Dark Eruption. 1 The Gates of Dark World. And 1 Gateway to Dark World. Traps, obviously mostly for Uriah. 3 Metal Reflect Slimes, these could also be for Raviel. 1 Imperial Custom. 1 Gravity Bind. 1 DNA Surgery, this explains why I said Metal Reflect Slimes for Raviel as well. 1 Nightmare Wheel. 1 Ultimate Offering. 1 Sakuretsu Armor. 1 Magic Jammer. 1 Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell, and 1 The Forces of Darkness. Now, the reason I picked the Dark World monsters for this deck is because, well, 1, they're all fiends, so that's very handy, and 2, I think they suit best for the Sacred Beast Raviel. I know most people choose Archfiends, and yeah, they're good, but I prefer the Dark Worlds. For one, I have the deck and I flip through them all, and they all have a good balance for Raviel. For one, for instance, Gatekeeper Dark World, 2100 defense points. It's a very good defense, and they can stay on the field for quite a while, other than most Archfiend monsters. And then you got Zura Knight of Dark World, good level 4 with 1800 points. And then you've got the other guys who, when they're discarded, they come out to the field, so they're quite easy to swarm the field quite quickly to sacrifice for the Raviel. So that's why I've picked them. And then I also, obviously, as you can tell, put in a few cards to help with the Dark World monsters. Sorry about that, trying to get my words. So for things like Gates of Dark World, good for draw power and power boost for fiends. Gateway Dark World, good to get some cards back, as well as Dark Corruption. So there, that's why I picked the Dark World monsters. Obviously things, the reason I have this, well, I find it funny from how it flips the decks over, but 2, it can help get a good strategy for instance. 1, you know what you're going to draw next, which is quite handy to plan strategies with your hand and stuff like that. and 2, you're going to know what your opponent's going to draw, so this is quite good. Plus it's also like a decoy for people's MSTs to protect your other spells, and to sacrifice for Haman, obviously. And monster reincarnation, this should explain itself, but I'll explain it anyway. To get your sacred beast back, because they can't be special summoned, so other than their own effects, so this way get them back to your hand, sacrifice, bring them out again. Also, I mostly use this for Raviel because I have more stuff for him other than the other 2. The reason I only have 1 of Haman UR is because I did have 2 in there. They're in my side deck at the moment, but they just clogged up the deck a bit. I have 2 Raviels because he's easier to play with. If you're building a Sacred Beast deck, I find him much easier to play if you especially have the 2 Phantom Sky Blasters. So yes, so I have 2 because I used to try 1 of each, and I found out I got this guy out very, as I said before, I got this guy out very quickly, but then when he gets killed I only have 1, so I put another one in, tried it out, worked much better because this guy is the better one. Other things quite easy to explain. Curse Seal, the forbidden spell, Magic Jammer to protect your magic cards and trap cards, because obviously you need those cards to get out the other 2. So these I do say is great. Magic Jammer for just the occasional spell, Curse Seal for the forbidden spell to negate things like Mystical Space Typhoon. That you can tell that your opponent has more than 1. Use this, they can't use the other 2. So I have those. Sakaretsu Armor is obviously to counteract attacks, and I do say if you're going to make a Sacred Beast deck, get this card. It protects all continuous trap cards from being destroyed. Imperial Custom, continuous trap, and protects others. Get it. And that's mostly it. Obviously DNA Stereo to make everything Fiend for like your Metal Reflect Slimes, etc. Gravity Bind to stop attacks, Ultimate Offering to get more monsters out. So yes, this is my Sacred Beast deck. Thanks for watching. Hope this gives you ideas. They are fun to play, Sacred Beasts. I do have to say that. It's like the Egyptian gods. They are just fun to play. So yes, thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed it.